my gorgeous Geminis. I hope you guys are well. This is Debs, and this is your reading for mid-Feb 2025. Now, Gemini, first of all, if for those of you watched the Virgo reading, you may have realised I sort of started a little bit in, a little bit further in than normal. It's because I started off saying Gemini for whatever reason, and I thought, oh, I can't leave that in. I've got to edit out the beginning of the reading because people are going to complain. Quite right, yes. So I apologise for that. But there is, I think, a very strong connection either between a Gemini and a Virgo, or Gemini, you may have a very strong Virgo placement, and in which case you should watch that Virgo reading as well as this one, okay? Now, in meditation, I simply saw someone setting up a row of dominoes, but they did it really, really fast. And when they pushed the first domino, they realised that only half of the domino trail fell flat, the rest remained standing. I was then shown a vision of an old lady knitting. She was loving doing her knitting, but her thoughts sort of went off. She was in fantasy land about something, and she didn't notice that the kitten at her feet was playing with a ball of wool. They were sort of getting themselves entangled in it, and the ball was sort of rolling out of the room, and she sort of came to with a start and realised what was going on. I thought, oh, okay, good. Oh, glad I caught that now, because the kitten may have either hurt themselves or my ball of wool would have turned into a mess. So Gemini, you may have caught something before it completely unravelled. You may have thought to yourself, okay, this was too fast. It's why it's disintegrated. In retrospect, it's a good thing. I feel, Gem, you may have pulled back and you're now doing some thinking about what has happened. And you're doing a lot of soul searching about what you want going forward. This could be you, for instance, Gemini, realizing that you were ready to leave a partner, but you may have wanted to create a very fast ending, and it might have caused a tower moment. It might have been chaos that ensued, and this is you pulling back thinking, oh gosh, okay, not a good idea to do it like that. I need to do it a different way, but for now, let's let the dust settle, right? This could be, Gem, somebody who caused you a lot of chaos, and you're very angry about that. And this is you stopping this person in their tracks. No more from you, right? No more from you. No more drama, no more chaos, no more, I'm hearing backstabbing. Oh gosh, okay. All right. So, my lovely gems, before you guys fall asleep, let's get into this and see what comes through. The deck that I'm using is the Prometheus Tarot, yes. So, Gemini, you've either prevented an ending or you have stopped something before it went too far because you realised it just was going to cause chaos. Or Gemini, you may be putting a stop to someone that you might feel may even have it in for somebody else. You may feel that somebody's being a bit manipulative, wanting to get you on side, Gem, because they want to teach someone else a lesson, or they're jealous and envious of someone else. You may just be caught in the middle, Gems, you know. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Geminis? I'm still flipping hearing Virgo. Yeah, you may be connecting with a Virgo. You've got strong Virgo in your placements. I'm hearing the word eliminate. I'm hearing now wipe out. Did you feel that somebody was planning on wiping out another person? There may have been a little bit of quiet manipulation in order for them to do that, to be successful. You may have realised what this person was doing, Gemini, and you put a stop to it. Okay, Gems. Temperance. Everything is now calm. Everything is now calm. This is you sitting maybe in the rubble of a situation, holding your breath as if you're thinking, I really hope that that's the end of that. The Chariot. There may have been a connection here, Gem, with a Sagittarian or a Cancerian. Or you may have said to a Sag or a Cancerian, okay, if there's any more trouble from you, I want you to go. This could even be a family dynamic. You may feel somebody in your family has got it in for somebody else in your family and you're upset. I'm hearing sibling rivalry. Okay. Or Gemini, you planned on leaving someone, but you're now deciding to coast because you realised you tried to do this too quickly and it just caused drama. For instance, Gem, this is you, maybe, as a father. You decided you want to leave your wife. You may have found out your wife was cheating. I don't know. You may have quietly packed a suitcase, organised a hotel for a couple of weeks, thinking, all right, I'm going to have a conversation with my wife saying, I'm sorry, but I found out you're cheating. I'm leaving you. And then I'm going to walk out the door. But maybe, Gemini, your child came into the house just as you were about to have a serious conversation with your wife about the fact you wanted to leave, and your child went mad. Oh my God, Dad, you're leaving? Why are you leaving? What's going on? Mum, what's going on? Right? It might be that type of thing. You stopped the dominoes, you stopped the ball of wool from unravelling, you gathered yourself together and you're now sitting in silence. Okay. Well, that was my plan, but it caused a lot of chaos, so I'm backtracking here. I'm backpedaling here. Could be vice versa, guys, you know. In the past, the Hierophant. You may have been in a very traditional relationship, Gemini, possibly with a Taurian, but not necessarily. After that time, 5 of coins, yeah, you weren't happy. You felt left out in the cold. You may have been worried about money. You might have been with somebody who was a bit spendy, male or female. In your thoughts now, Gem, is, yeah, the 2 of Wands. You are standing at crossroads. It's as if, well, I tried to create an escape plan in the past, but it only brought in the Tower. So I'm going to let the dust settle and think about things for a few months. That's what you've decided to do. In the immediate future, 8 of Swords, you're in your head. You may be feeling very emotional. There may be days where you feel angry about the situation. You may feel your hands are tied here, Gem. You may feel, I can't get out. If I do get out of this, it's going to hurt a lot of people. It is going to cause a Tower. And I don't know whether or not I could actually live with myself if I created a storm, right? In your fears, Gem, yeah, you are fearing taking a leap of faith and a risk. You want to, I think you want to break free of a situation here. You may be fearing having a really intense conversation with an Aries who may not be happy. Whoever is in your environment, this is going to be the most significant person pertaining to this situation. Judgment. Gem, this is someone facing Judgment Day. Maybe this person realised that they were the reason you just wanted to wash your hands of this and walk away. We do have strong Sagittarian energy here. This person could be a Sag. They may know, Gemini, that they caused you a massive issue. They may be silent at this point of time in the immediate future, thinking about a very difficult situation that they may have created. Now, in all fairness to them, Gemini, they may not have done this on purpose, but in retrospect, they may be looking back thinking, yeah, okay, if I hadn't have said this, if I hadn't have done that, none of this would have blown up because Gemini reacted to what I did or what I said, you know, could be something like that. In your hopes, Gemini, the Seven of Coins, hoping that you're not going to continue to look back and sit in disappointment. This is you looking back at past mistakes. Hoping, Gem, that you can forgive yourself, or hoping, Gem, you can forgive someone else. The outcome, Page of Swords. There's going to be a very straight, intense conversation where you are going to speak your truth. If you feel that the person you need to have this conversation with is going to be avoidant, is going to kick up a fuss, is going to ignore you, is going to say they're busy, you are going to grab this person by the scruff of their neck and sit them down on a kitchen chair and lock the kitchen door. Symbolically, Gem. You are going to have this conversation. You need to. I'm almost getting the energy of a father scolding a naughty child. Because you did this, right? Your mother and I have had massive issues. It could be you and a partner, Gemini. Clarification for you, Gems, 10 of Wands. Whatever happened here caused you a lot of stress. Because I think you were dealing with someone, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. I think you were dealing with someone who somehow caused drama. You were trying to manifest something here, Gem, but you realised you couldn't because someone else either made a mountain out of a molehill, or you realised, Gemini, at the last minute that someone here was simply creating a situation that would benefit them, and someone else got very angry about this. And so you couldn't carry through with the plan you wanted because maybe a family situation blew up. This is you diffusing a situation because you had no choice. If you wanted to save anything of the situation, you had to diffuse this fast and put your own plans on the back burner. Whoever sat in judgment, they're thinking about what's transpired, is the Queen of Coins. This could be your partner, Gemini, could be an earth sign, could be a woman with a lot of money, I don't know. Four of Cups. They're not happy. They may have realised that they did or said something that was very hurtful, or they may have massively overreacted. There could be a sense of guilt, remorse, regret, because they are facing Judgment Day. Underneath the deck, Gems, we have, oh, okay, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Nine of Wands. I'm hearing hiding in the shadows, and we've got the Empress. Okay, Gem, you are a masculine who is dealing with 3 women, Gemini. I don't think this is a messy third-party situation. I don't. But what I do feel is there was something that caused an explosion in a family dynamic. And Gemini, the fuse was lit somehow just before you were planning on completely detaching. There may have been jealousy, envy, personality clashes in a situation. This could be to do with finances. But Gem, whatever happened here shocked you, and you had to back off and put your plans on pause. So, my Gems, let's see what this is all about. In your environment is Temperance and the Chariot. You may be connected to a Cancerian and or a Sag. Or this is simply your energy, Gemini. You are now in a place of peace. You may have taken yourself out of the situation for a few days. Okay, oh my God, my house is in chaos. People are arguing and screaming at each other. Okay, I'm going away for a few days. Whatever this is all about, Gem, you're letting the dust settle. You may have had to pause plans to actually leave a situation because you had to be there to kind of sort something out. That's what I'm getting here. Page of Coins. There might have been a child in the mix. This could be to do with sibling rivalry. It might be, Gemini, somebody tried to offer you an olive branch. I'm so sorry because I feel I was the cause of this. You know, something like that. What was the apology for? Somebody lost it. Wow. Knight of Swords. Somebody rushed in and said something really harsh or unforgivable. Wow. High Priestess, and then cut contact, and then just went silent. So the High Priestess had an issue, Gemini, and I feel, Gemini, you were sort of sat there looking at the rubble thinking, what the hell just happened? You know? So what's the energy of the High Priestess for Gemini? Okay, 5 of Swords. She was angry because she felt somebody was keeping a secret and somebody was trying to sabotage a family dynamic. So she was angry. She was angry. What was her energy? And she got very defensive. Yeah. I feel she went into fight mode, spoke her piece, and then backed off in shock. You were equally shocked, Gemini, realizing that there were a lot of family issues, tensions beneath the surface that you may not even have recognized up until this point of time. Basically, this High Priestess, whoever she is, lost it, and you had to calm things down. But the worst thing for you, Gem, was it was just before you were kind of creating your escape plan, right? This is you realizing there was a massive problem between your 2 sons, right? One of which could have been sat in their feminine energy, I don't know. Just before, Gemini, you were planning on leaving your husband or your wife, right? Oh my gosh, there's an issue between our boys. It's really serious. I've got to stay here to sort it out. Something like that. So in the past, Gemini, with a Hierophant, you were creating a plan. I'm hearing to detach. The Hermit. Now, this is fascinating because we have Virgo energy. There's a strong correlation between Gemini and Virgo. You did a lot of soul searching about your marriage in the past, Gem. And I think you were trying to find a strategy to get out of it. You wanted to get out of your marriage. Yeah, you wanted to end your marriage. Wow, the world. Yeah, that's what you were planning on doing. And I think, Gemini, you were on your way to taking charge of your marriage situation, to detach from your partner because you were miserably unhappy. 5 of Coins is, I don't feel connected to my partner anymore. You may have been nervous about money, but you just couldn't live like this anymore. Gem, the Emperor. So you could have felt you were ready to embody the energy of the Emperor, take charge of the situation. Or Gemini, you could be a feminine, understanding deep down that you didn't love your husband anymore, right? Aries energy for some. What were you doing in the immediate past? Wow, okay. You may have been communicating with a Libra, or you may have been silently seeking legal advice to see how much you could leave your marriage with. Yeah. This was all under wraps, Gemini. This was all under wraps. There was a lot of guilt, remorse, regret. I don't know, Gemini, whether you were halfway through the process of sorting out the legals with a lawyer just before you were going to drop the bomb on your husband or wife, right? You were just about to press go. but the guilt overtook you. The guilt overcame you. You went into hermit mode to really consider whether or not you wanted to do this. After that time, Gemini, there was a tower. There was a massive blow up within the family. It could be simply that there was a clash of personalities. It could be someone said something hurtful. There could have been an argument about money. And you just didn't expect this. You didn't expect it, Gem. The High Priestess is a family member. She was angry about something that she felt was going on behind the scenes, that she felt was, I'm hearing, out of order. And she blew up and then detached, and it shocked you. Could have been a Cancerian, could have been a Pisces, could have been a Sag. We got Judgment and the Temperance card. So, Gem, you had to deal with that. The dust is settling, and you are now thinking to yourself, okay, I'm still standing at crossroads. I've managed to calm things down a little bit, but the situation is cracked, it's broken. I feel as if I still want to leave the situation, but I don't feel now is the right time because everyone is sitting in a very emotional, fragile state of mind. It's as if you'd be picking off a raw scar, you know, it would be so painful for those people around you. What you're thinking about is, I really can't do this now. No, okay, so I've got to wait a little bit. But Gemini, you're looking at your future, you want to leave, you want to embrace change, you're ready. Yeah, wow, 3 of Wands. You've already emotionally disconnected from the situation, maybe from a family, Gemini. And with the King of Coins, you're thinking about your money. You're thinking about family money, your stability, maybe children, children's inheritance. Okay, and these two jumped out. Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay. This might have been an issue with a particular child. Could have been a fire sign child for some of you. I feel this is an older child who's now an adult. This child may have said to you, Gemini, I'm sorry. Or Gemini, you know, I do care about you. It might be this is someone who started, you know, the fire. This is the person that may have caused the problem. And they may have asked your forgiveness, Gemini. They may have said, I'm really sorry, for instance, Dad or Mom, I'm really sorry. If I hadn't have done this or if I hadn't have said that, then we wouldn't have this problem. Oh, it's as if you were sort of rolling your eyes, Gem, thinking, oh, yeah, but you did, right? You did start it, or you were the problem. But you love your child. Whether or not your child is 15 or whether or not your child is 40, you love your child. But you did realise that you couldn't take charge of your situation and leave because everything was still sort of up in the air a little bit. So in the immediate future, Gemini, we have the 8 of Swords and Judgment. You're in your head, you're emotionally switching from feeling angry to feeling emotional about this whole situation. Whoever is in your environment is facing Judgment Day for something they said or did. Could be a Sag, could be a water sign, could be an earth sign, doesn't really matter. This is someone, Gem, who may be all about the money, I've got to admit. This is someone who may have done something ruthless to gain financial stability. And now they're kind of having a bit of a childish strop because people in their environment aren't speaking to them. This is somebody who knows that they did something that might have caused a massive issue here. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the 8 of Swords and Judgment for Gemini? Thank you, Michael. 13th of March, okay. He's pointing forward to the beginning of June. So from mid-March to the beginning of June, Gem, I think you are very carefully, silently monitoring the whole situation, because you're trying to pick the perfect time where you feel things are really settled for you then to put your plan in action to leave. Everybody's still on edge. You can't do it yet. So let's have a look at whoever is sat in judgment. Two of Swords. Gemini, this is someone who may be acting a little bit childish in the nicest sense. This is someone who may be refusing to talk to you because they know they caused a massive problem in this family dynamic, and this is someone who doesn't want to be called out because they're sitting in a little bit of ego, okay? What was the issue? Yeah, they caused drama for some reason, Gemini. They kicked up a massive fuss about something, or they did something that they shouldn't have done, and it caused a lot of problems for someone else. And it's as if they know they're guilty, but they're not big enough to put their hand in the air and say, I really apologize, Gemini. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. What can I do to sort it out? You may have received an apology from them, a very brief, almost chucked away sort of apology when this actually happened. But they didn't apologize formally to maybe other people that were affected. I don't know whether or not it's because if they put their hand in the air and admitted they did something they shouldn't have done, other people would turn around and say, okay, what are you going to do about it? And they didn't want to do anything about it, so they've kept an apology really small. But they know they cause drama. They know they cause drama. Yeah, Queen of Swords. This person was very strategic, and it might be they did something to improve their financial stability, thinking that people wouldn't really acknowledge what they were up to. But this High Priestess did. This High Priestess either intuited that this person was being strategic, or this High Priestess knew exactly what was going on, could see it. They were sitting in a very real energy. They weren't wearing rose-tinted glasses, Gem. You might have been. And they spoke to you about this. What is so-and-so doing? Or why did you allow this to happen, Gemini? And you might have been there thinking, what? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, yes. And you may have looked back at the past thinking, okay, yeah. I didn't see this because I was so wrapped up in my world thinking about leaving the situation. I couldn't see what was going on right in front of me. I couldn't see the wood for the trees. So, Gem, I don't think you did anything wrong. I actually feel it was another family member, but you were sort of caught up in this, and you had to be the one to sort of take the reins of this and try and calm everyone down. And that wasn't easy. And you had to go through that while sitting in the disappointment of knowing that you had to put your plan to leave on the back burner. What was the strategy of the Queen of Swords? To win. She just wanted to win. These could be two brothers at war, one of which could have been sat in a feminine energy. Kind, sweet-natured, loving. The other son might have been quite ruthless. These could be two sisters. Whoever the Queen of Swords is, acted out of a place of strategy to win, and it involved money. Now, I don't know whether or not we have a situation here, Gem, where you may have favoured one child over the other. And this is the sibling that may have felt left out, may have felt the other person, their sibling, was the favourite. And out of a sense of revenge, they thought, okay, I'm going to do something to ensure that I'm really financially stable. Basically, 2 fingers to the sibling. I'm going to win. You've won all your life with my parents, with mum and dad, right? I'm going to win this. It was ego, but it might have come from a place of very deep hurt, Gem. You didn't recognize any of this until the whole thing blew up. So what else do we have? What else is this? Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins. Thinking about the Hangman. This Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins wanted to cause stress for somebody else, possibly a sibling, by leaving them stranded, leaving them in a difficult situation, leaving them to sacrifice. I almost feel this Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins sacrificed their sibling for the sake of money. And I know that sounds awful, but that's what I'm getting here. There was no love lost between 2 siblings. What is this Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins saying to you? Yeah, Ace of Swords. Oh, as far as she's concerned, she's won. She's got the crown and she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Basically, she's got what she's wanted, which could be recognition. It could be a lot of money. It could be taking money away from the other siblings somehow, winning somehow. And she doesn't want to do anything that might cause people to see her in a weak situation or a vulnerable situation. Again, this is pride, this is ego. So she apologized to you briefly and then turned her back and thought, well, I've got what I wanted. I've made my point even. And I don't want to talk about this anymore. You are still dealing, Gemini, with someone here who's very intuitive, who realized what this person was doing, who was very upset about it and spoke to you about that. And that caused the Tower, because you suddenly realized what this Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins was actually doing. And it shocked you. At that point, Gemini, you realized that there was no love lost between your sons or your daughters. Your children were at war, and it floored you. What are you saying to this Queen of Coins, Queen of Swords, who was strategic? You're heartbroken about what they did. It's as if I can't believe you would leave your brother or your sister stranded like this, or how could you do this to them? Gemini, yeah, you became enlightened that this was something to do with your children. The actions of a child here. Yeah. And I think with the 8 of Coins, you have been trying to work things out financially to balance a situation, to bring peace to the person that feels sacrificed, strung up somehow. Yeah. It's as if, well, my child over here has no remorse. They don't really feel bad about what they did. They did it strategically to win and for their own financial security. And Gem, you feel really bad for the child that has been left out. Or you may feel one of your children took money away from this child here. And you're angry. I don't know how they did that, but you're angry. Yeah, I think with the Knight of Coins, you're trying to make things right with a person that was left stranded. What is the energy between you and this Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins? Yeah, the 4 of Coins. She's holding back from you. She's clutching hold of the money that she somehow managed to obtain from the family. And you're there realizing that you don't have a lot of liquid cash left, Gem, but you're trying to sort out the situation with the other child to make it right. Oh my goodness, I really feel as if we're delving into another family drama here about money, which is really sad, but you know, it's what we have. So Gem, you put your plans on the back burner to leave. You're trying to sort out the situation, I think, between your children. You are looking with the Seven of Coins, maybe at past mistakes. You could have signed over something to this child with the view that when they were old enough, they would split the proceeds with their sibling, and they didn't. And they might have said something like, well, Gemini, you can't do anything about it because my name's on the document. What are you going to do, right? You might have been shocked. You may have hoped this person would act with integrity, and what you realised was they weren't going to do that because there was some kind of envy or jealousy pertaining to someone else, their sibling, right? Their brother or their sister. And you're upset about this. Page of Swords, you, I think, Gemini, are going to have a really straight conversation. You want to speak your piece. It might be this is you gathering the family together, which might be awkward, but you may want to have a really straight conversation with the whole of your family. You're coming through, I think, as the Emperor, Gem, to be honest. I think you are a masculine. You may be wanting to talk to your wife, Empress, or a mother. We have a High Priestess here, and we have a Queen of Coins, Queen of Swords. So we could be dealing with a family dynamic. That's what I'm getting here. All right, what are you going to say? And who are you going to say it to? Page of Swords. Okay. Gemini, you are going to have a really straight conversation with somebody about a property. Okay. And the fact that a property has caused a lot of issues within a family dynamic. Four of Wands, Nine of Swords. Now, Gemini, if this is you wanting to detach from a partner, this could also be you having a private conversation with your wife, basically saying, look, I'm really sorry. You can keep the house, but I cannot be in this marriage any longer. I'm leaving, right? What else are you going to say to whomever this is? The Death card. You may want to talk to a Scorpio, or you may want to talk to a partner or your family about a Scorpio. The reason why you're doing this, Gemini, is you want transformation in your life. What is the Death card all about? Yeah. Gemini, what you're saying to whoever this is, could be a Capricorn you're talking to. What you're saying is, this has been totally toxic. I'm really upset and angry. I feel people haven't acted with integrity. I feel people have done the wrong thing. They've been greedy. They've been underhanded. And I'm sick of it. And I'm detaching. What is this Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins going to say? This is one of your children. Okay. She's now doing a 180 and she's going to pretend that she wants to balance out a family situation after not even wanting to talk to you about this. And I think it's because she knows that she was the one that caused the drama. This is a lot of guilt. Oh my God, Dad, you're leaving? No. Okay, I'll patch things up with my brother, or I'll patch things up with my sister. Oh, sorry, Dad. Yeah, no, it's too late. She's now doing a 180, realising that potentially the issue that she caused was the straw that broke the camel's back. What is the energy of the High Priestess? The Three of Cups. The High Priestess is willing to let bygones be bygones, which is very High Priestess-ish. She could be a Pisces or a Cancerian. They're usually quite loving, right? She's also willing to let the past go, to stop feeling angry about what this sibling did, because she also wants to reconcile the family unit. Now, the Empress could be your wife, could be mother of these children. What is the Empress going to say, Gemini? Ten of Pentacles, okay. Your Empress, Gemini, is going to say to you, look, if you thought about leaving, I understand, because, okay, we haven't been close for a long time in the marriage. It might have felt to you as if it was all about financial stability. But think about this, because if this family can be pulled back together again, we can rebuild this foundation and we can retain our family's stability for everyone involved. What are you saying, Gemini, to that? Knight of Wands. Gem, you may want to call someone out who may have caused problems. This person could be a younger fire sign that you've had a massive problem with. What are you going to say? That you might have felt betrayed by a younger fire sign. Could be a member of your family. Could be this person who was strategic. You're going to speak your piece. What is this fire sign going to say? Not a great deal, but they may feel, okay, I was at war with my sibling, my brother or my sister. I was at war. They've been doing a lot of thinking about this, Gemini. And I think this is the moment where they may say to their brother or sister, I am so sorry for what I did. It wasn't right. I was jealous, or I was upset, or I wanted to get one over on you. This is the moment, Gemini, where the family may actually all come together again and reunite. So, does that change your plan to leave? Are you still going to leave? Now your family's sort of reconciling, coming back together again. Are you still going to leave, Gemini? You're undecided. Okay. So Gemini, you are going to be successful in having a cards on the table conversation with your entire family, possibly all together. People may be traveling to meet up on one particular day. You may simply say, I've got something very important to discuss. I want you all to be here, right? You're going to hear how this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords feels. I think she was a bit strategic. You're going to hear about how the High Priestess feels. She may have stayed away from the situation, but she's been very intuitive. You may want to know how your wife feels with the Empress. It's all going to come out. When the family has reconciled, you are then going to take yourself off. It may be for a few hours. It may be, you might say to your wife, I just want a few days by myself, to really think about if you want to leave the family, because the family has now come back together again. No more warring and fighting between the siblings. Your wife may have had a sharp wake-up call that you were under a huge amount of stress, and you, Gem, are left to decide what you want to do. So what are you going to do, Gem? Okay. For some of you with the Six of Coins, you may decide to carry through your plan of potentially divorcing. For others of you, Gemini, if there was any issue here to do with an imbalance relating to money and siblings, you're going to ensure that that is sorted out. It may be that this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles needs to give back some money. It may be, Gemini, that you change your will to do with inheritance. It might be that you sell your house and move somewhere smaller to release cash and do it that way. You are determined to make everything fair and balanced. so this never happens again. Are you going to stay in the family, or are you going to divorce? Okay, Gem. All right. I think if you can manage to bring everyone on board, you're basically going to give everyone a pep talk, Gem, right? This is never going to happen again, right? We don't want people in the family who are greedy. We don't want secrets that are hidden here. We don't want people to behave as if we're an ATM, right? If things can be resolved, Gemini, I think you are going to move to calmer waters with your partner, with your Empress. It might be partly for the sake of the children. It might be partly because you guys are sitting on a lot of financial stability here. I feel, Gemini, if you believe that everyone can come together again and genuinely work to create a harmonious atmosphere in this family dynamic, you will give your marriage a second chance. So, Gem, I am leaving the reading there. A rather intense reading, but I hope it's hit the right group of Geminis. Take care of you, and of course, I'm sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Gem.